Hey, beautiful people. It is so good to see you guys. It is your girl, Mabel, your muse. Thank you so much for coming back. I know it's been a while, but we are here. If you guys ever want to keep up with me outside of my long form, outside of YouTube, you guys can always follow me on YouTube. YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, or on Facebook. I'll put all of that up here just to stay up to date with me outside of YouTube, because sometimes I do get a little bit busy and I don't have enough time to form long form videos. But we are here today, so we are going to be present and we are going to be mindful of our time together. Anyways, I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I wanted to come and do just a quick, nice little Sunday check-in, heart, mind, soul, body, all the things. I know for me personally and people in my life, we have been extra busy. Life is just requiring a lot more of us in our day-to-day, and that is actually a blessing. I have to constantly remind myself, hey, I used to pray for times like this to rhyme, you get me, but I used to pray for times like this, and sometimes we fail or we fall short to actually see or notice the blessings happening and our prayers being answered, because it doesn't quote unquote look like the way we thought it was supposed to. We asked God for a red square and he sent an orange triangle, but it still, does what it needs to for the purpose of what it what it needs to, right? But with that, just being reminded that God is forever faithful and he is always working things out in our favor. So never worry, never fret. No need to do any of that. Just focus on the things in front of you. Focus on the things that you have control over. Okay, yes. And that includes anything that you're actually doing. So pouring into yourself, your physical, your mental, actually studying your word and getting close to God, connecting with your friends, your community, your family, doing a great job at your job, or investing your time in your any career endeavors, whether it be to be an entrepreneur, whether it's your creative stuff, whether it's the actual job that you're working at, whatever it is, those are things within your control. So do them and do them well. You feel me? And I practice what I preach. That's what I've been doing, and I'm so grateful. Even with my internship, I'm having a great time with work. I love the team, love my supervisor. I love the clients that I'm working with. I'm super excited. I'm actually traveling to go help with the implementation of different things we have coming up, new building, just different things we have coming up. And I'm so grateful that they see me for who I am. They see the work that I'm putting in, my dedication to the field and to the people that we serve, and just to the work, and that they're actually trusting me to do certain things. So I'm grateful. I'm thankful for that. Just really practicing showing up as the woman that I am, the woman that I know that I am, the woman that I'm becoming, all the things. I just watched a YouTube video. I forgot her name, but I'll put a screenshot so you guys can go watch it too. Just basically, talking about how do you usually show up in your everyday life, and how do you want to show up? How would you rather show up? And, all the things. But basically came to the conclusion, yes, I am the main character. I must show up as the main character, because I know that I am that girl. I know that I am that woman that does X, Y, Z. I'm a woman of integrity, a woman of loyalty, a woman of faith, a woman of, abundance, a woman of, vim and grit. I say I want something and I'm going to go do what I need to do to get to it. I show up for the people in my life. I'm intentional about pouring into myself. I hold myself accountable when it comes to the things that I need to do to even, be who I want to be. You feel me? I can't say that I want to be this kind of woman and I'm not putting in the steps or doing the small things to actually show up as that woman. You feel me? You can't say that you want to be a master chef and you've never even attempted at a recipe. You've never even tried to cook anything. You feel me? But I'm doing the things. I'm doing the things day by day. It's a journey. It's a lot of shedding. And with the shedding, of course, comes new skin, a new season, new environments. We're about to start a new month, people. This month is over. That's wild. It was just June 1st yesterday, and it's about to be the 29th tomorrow. Anyways, blessings, new grace, new everything. Just the spirit of newness for the month of July. July is going to be so fantastic. If you don't believe it for yourself, I believe it for you. And I hope that with me believing it for you, it, puts something in you to then like, you know what, I believe it for myself too. July is going to be absolutely incredible. Like, it's going to mark something different for the rest of the year. I know this for me personally, and I just have a feeling for a lot of us. Like, I know a lot of people are in that space, and it's a beautiful thing to experience. It's a beautiful thing to feel. A lot of, like I said, a lot of shedding, a lot of shifting, a lot of changes, a lot of maneuvering, just a lot of, but it's all good things. And even when in the face it doesn't look like, or it doesn't feel like at face value, like it's good, it is. That's why I always remind myself, and I tell people to remind themselves, everything works out in your favor. Everything works out in your favor. It might not look like the exact way that you envisioned it, but it is working out in your favor. You not getting the job works out in your favor because, oh, maybe a better opportunity is coming up for you. And if you would have taken that job, you wouldn't have been able to work that one. I like to think of things that way rather than, oh, I lost this, or, oh, think of things in a lack mindset. I don't like to think of things in a lack mindset and scarcity, like I lost and I don't have. Rather, I have and I have an abundance. And even though what I wanted in this very moment didn't happen, I know it's because abundance is coming for me. Something better is coming for me. So whatever you quote unquote lost or don't have, something bigger and better is coming for you. There's always something bigger and better to be had. Okay. Like they say, there's always room for improvement. That goes with us in general, but also think of it with like your circumstances too. This isn't what I want it to be, but that's okay because I know that it's going to get better. It's only up from here, babe. It's only up from here. It's only up from here. And I hope that you can remember that. Like anywhere you go, be reminded that it is only up from here. It really is. It really, really is. I'm feeling good. I had great energy this morning. Like I was like pumped. I mean, I woke up frantic because I did wake up later than I wanted to get ready for church and stuff, but still finished on time, made it, like, did what I had to do. Okay. That's all that matters. But anyways, I was feeling a little sleepy, not a little, a lot. I was feeling a lot sleepy coming home. Like so exhausted. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have the energy or the vim to record. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I should, blah, 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 blah. But in the spirit of what I just shared with you guys, and in the spirit of me practicing, not even practicing, operating and walking in the path and like doing the things of the woman that I know that I am, regardless of whether I was feeling a little sleepy, okay, come in, drink some cold water, boom, 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 get to it, record. Like, please. I know I said the past couple weeks I've been super busy, and that's understandable. I did not plan it accordingly, like in my schedule, where to record, because I had a lot more tasks and responsibilities come up. And like, yeah, the month of June has just been a lot of like, a lot and getting my bearings together. But I am grateful for the month of June because with all those things, I don't even know how I'm trying to say this, but basically with all those things, I feel like it's helped mold and shape me into, again, the woman that I'm becoming, but it's also helped implement certain practices that I need routine wise and activity wise and just like productivity wise and all those things, and like balancing, like finding a work-life balance and also still pouring into Mabel, making sure that I'm not burnt out, and all the different things. And it's still a practice, still a practice. I'm not saying that I have it completely figured out yet, but day by day, minute by minute, day by day, minute by minute. Okay. I am also very, very grateful, like outside of myself and outside of the things happening within my life. I'm very grateful for a lot of people in my life right now, from like my close friends, my best friends. I'm so grateful to them, for them, whichever, both works actually. So grateful for them, so grateful for my family, love my mom down. Like what? My professor right now, oh my gosh, she's like my absolute favorite professor right now. Well, one of my, yeah, her specifically. Love her, amazing. My mentors, my advisors, my supervisors, like the people that God has placed in my life, he was very intentional about, and I can see that. I can see that. I feel it. I'm living in it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. Like And I pray that with everybody else that I ever encounter in my life, the people that God puts in my life, that I also serve a good and intentional and like purposeful purpose in their life too. And I'm not just there, willy nilly. The same way people pour into me, I pour into other people. It's interesting I worded it that way because I usually am always pouring, and to the point that I'm like empty. But I'm grateful that I am surrounded by people who also fill my cup. I mean, I fill my own cup too. Like I'm very intentional about pouring into me, but I'm very intentional about doing for me. But like, I'm not neglecting myself. I've done that for years. Like, it was so unhealthy, but that's for another day. So I guess I've found a balance or like harmony to it now. I guess it's a more pleasant experience right now. There's like a good balance. Like there's a reciprocity here. And I never show up as like, oh, I'm doing this for you, so I need you to do this for me. Oh, I'm never been that type. Never. I do for people out of the kindness of my heart. I do for people because I want to. I do for people because I'm, that's you showing like your loyalty, your commitment. Like, that's just me, okay? But I am seeing that there is a healthy reciprocity. There's just a healthy, like, it's mutual benefit on all fronts. And it's really good to see because, hey, God wants us in community. We're not supposed to be by ourselves. We're not supposed to be individualistic. And unfortunately, society now has become that. It's very much, that's like the notion, like everyone is for themselves. Like, we have really forgotten, we're losing recipes. We have really forgotten that to rely on your fellow man. Okay. But I understand and I see why it's become that. There's so many different factors, socioeconomical, political, all the different things. Like, there's so many external factors that have caused this to be the current state of the world and humanity. Understandable. But I feel like it is our duty and our purpose as individuals to try our best, do our best, and be very intentional about flipping that, about countering that. So even though that is like the umbrella thing going on, do your best to rely on community. Do your best to find yourself in community, to build community, to pour into community, to be for others as well. Don't just be to yourself. Sometimes it's easy to be to ourselves, but it might be easy to be to ourselves, but it's not an easy thing to do or like experience because, it gets lonely. We're humans. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, sense of belonging. You need a space to feel like you belong. You need to be around folks and be in an environment where you feel love, you feel home, you feel, safe. Safety. That's all your brain and your body really wants. That's all your brain and your body needs. And it's really interesting because a lot of us are like programmed to believe like the chaos and the stress of like doing by ourselves is safety. So your brain often, the signs. Your brain often tries to like replicate that or like find spaces where that makes sense. But it takes work to overcome that. I'm also a product of the what's it called? I guess the illustration I'm giving and like overcoming that and working past that. Resetting your nervous system, working to just reground yourself, remember the foundational things that you need and how to get there, and like just being around folks who are good for your soul, good for your body, good for like, if you are in spaces and you often feel anxious, you often feel angry, irritable, that might not be a space for you. That might not be the healthiest space for you. Like, it's probably, you don't feel safe in that space. So you got to go. Always pay attention to the way you feel, the emotions that come up, your thoughts when you're in company of others. And if it's all the things pointing to red, babe, get out of there. But if it's things pointing to green, stay. If you're a little unsure, fill it out, but with discernment, and assess it, and then determine whether you should go or you should stay, okay? But that's for you to decide. That's for you to determine. It's your life. I can't tell you which to actually do. I can just give you, the guideline as to how to go about it, the overview. But as for practical and actually applying it into your life, you got it. You use your medulla. You got it. I believe in you. yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that's coming to mind that I need to talk about right now, but I'm just super grateful. I'm looking forward to a lot of things. I'm feeling good, feeling great. Like I said, I can off. You know what's funny? Something was telling me, all right, end it there, cut it there, but had to get my last like thoughts out, and now I've completely blinked, and then phone was heating up. Anyways, that's all we have for today for our beautiful quick Sunday check-in. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. I hope you guys get some rest so that you can start your week feeling full, feeling great, feeling energized, feeling restored, and just lively. I'll see you guys pretty soon for our next video, but if you'd like to stay up to date with me again, here's all the socials. I wish you guys all the best, sending all my love. Oh yes, as you can see, I'm feeling myself, got my hair done, nails done. Shout out to my sis on the nails, okay. Shout out to my girl on the hair. But without further ado, love y'all, toodles, and shalom.